Have you ever picked up a product and just thought, wow, this is great? Well, I can tell you that feeling isn't an accident. It's not luck. Behind every one of those products, there's a hidden strategy, a kind of blueprint that makes sure quality is baked in from the very beginning, not just checked for at the end. So let's pull back the curtain on that.
Okay, so let me start with a question to kind of get you thinking. Is quality control an outdated idea? I mean, when you hear that phrase, you probably picture someone at the end of an assembly line, right? Spot checking things, pulling the bad ones out. But what if that entire approach is just fundamentally backward? And this right here, this shows you the massive shift that's happened. The old way was all about finding defects after the fact. It was reactive, kind of like being the quality police. The new way? It's all about preventing those defects from ever even happening. It's a proactive partnership where quality is designed into the whole system from the start. A total game changer. So that brings us to the why behind all of this. It's this big shift in thinking, really. We're talking about moving away from this old idea of quality assurance as the cops and moving toward QA being a genuine strategic partner in the business. You know, here's the best way to think about it. The modern QA leader, they're not just an inspector looking for cracks in a finished building. Nope. They are a business architect. They're in the room helping draw up the blueprints, making sure the foundation is rock solid before a single brick is laid. That way, the whole structure is sound by design. All right, so if the QA leader is an architect, what does that blueprint actually look like? This is the what of it all. It's about a really clever process of turning those big, high-level business goals into very specific, tangible quality goals. And it unfolds in 3 pretty logical steps. First, you have to truly understand the business goals. Are we trying to boost revenue, cut costs, stay compliant? Then you develop a QA strategy that directly serves those goals. And finally, and this part is absolutely critical, you translate that strategy into measurable KPIs. You need the data to know if you're actually winning. Now, the thing that holds this all together is something called a quality management system, or QMS. Yeah, I know, it sounds like corporate jargon, but don't let it scare you. Just think of it as the official playbook for quality. It's the one document that tells everyone in the company, this is how we build things right every single time. Okay, so we've got the strategy, we have the playbook, but how do you actually make it all happen, on the ground, in the real world? This is the how. This is the leader's toolkit for putting that brilliant plan into action. And this is where the real detective work comes in. When a problem does pop up, and it will, a strategic leader doesn't just put a bandage on it. They use tools like the 5 whys, where you literally ask why 5 times to dig deeper and deeper past the symptoms, or a fishbone diagram to map out every possible cause. It's all about finding the root of the problems you can kill it for good. But this whole proactive approach, it's not just about making better stuff. It's about saving an absolute fortune. And this brings us to a super important idea called the cost of quality. This is the big flashing dollar sign that shows why this strategy is so smart. Just look at this chart. The money you spend on preventing problems and checking for quality, it's a tiny slice of the pie. The real financial bleed comes from failure. Internal failures, like having to scrap materials or rework things, and external failures, like warranty claims or, God forbid, recalls. That's a whopping 85% of the total cost. The lesson here is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Every dollar you spend upfront in prevention saves you many more dollars down the road. Seriously, think about it. Spending a little bit more on a better part could prevent a massive brand-destroying recall later. It's just one of the smartest bets a company can make. But here's the thing. You can have all the best tools, all the best financial models, but they'll only get you so far. The final, and honestly the most important piece of this whole puzzle, is leadership. Real, lasting quality isn't about checklists. It's about building a culture. And this quote just nails it. The ultimate goal isn't to have a department of rule enforcers. No way. It's to build a culture where every single person, from the CEO to the person on the assembly line, feels a deep sense of ownership for the quality of what they're creating. It's their product. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if the quality of everything you use, your phone, your car, your favorite coffee mug, what if it wasn't a happy accident? What if it was the result of a deliberate, thoughtful, and intelligent blueprint from the very beginning? That's the world that strategic QA is building. Quality by design, not by chance.